Welcome back to this collective. I don't know what I'm going to title this. I usually think of the title after. As always, let's get started with a prayer. I open a channel in this safe and protected space, and I call forth all well-intentioned energies and entities that wish to bring forth messages for the collective's highest good, for the collective's best possible, happiest timeline. Please remove my influence from these collective readings. I now invite all well-intentioned energies and entities to allow me to see, hear, taste, touch, sense, smell, know, feel, understand anything that the collective needs to know. I feel like I saw a hook, which is really funny because I felt the need to watch Moana 2 today. And then hours later, when I took a shower, got out of the shower, and I was looking for something to wear, I wanted something easy, easy and breezy to wear. So I decided to wear this outfit, which I didn't realize until another few hours later that it actually fit with Moana's overall theme, the island theme. And then now I see a hook. And what else? I feel like I see a wall. I see a bird flying up. Like strong. Like the way a bird like dives, but instead of like diving down, it's shooting upward. That almost looked like an apple, but also a heart. The way an apple kind of has feel like I'm seeing different settings, like buildings, mountain ranges, oceans, and it just seems to keep switching. That kind of gives me the feeling of like moving, changing scenery, traveling. Is that all? Is there anything else? I feel like that might be it. 10:20, ooh, 10:23. All right. So with the hook, yes, I put on Moana. The hook could be like you grabbing onto something or something grabbing onto you. The wall could be either an obstacle or a block or some type of like protection or shield. The bird soaring up could be related to elevation. It could also be related to like higher perspective, seeing things from a bird's eye view, like rising above. What else did I see? Was aside from the different settings that gave me the feeling of like movement or traveling or changing the scenery, I'll review the footage and write it on the video. Oh, yes, random songs. Can't forget that. I now invite all well-intentioned energies and entities to bring forth 4 random songs to help this message locate the collective and to help this collective connect to the message. Please and thank you, please and thank you, please and thank you. And the 4 random songs we have are Ik Komi or Kom by Erica Vickman, Quis Morer by Harmonia 10, Morir, I don't know, RLNDT by Bad Bunny, Vidigal by WIU. I'll put them in the description and on the video. And now let's lower down this volume and play Moana 2 in the background, and we'll see what type of messages align with the dialogue and or what happens. I hope that's not too loud. So honorable mention, because this fell out into my lap. Turn that down. This fell out onto my lap. Mislead in the reversal. So something possibly is no longer misleading. Something probably has come to light, or you've learned the truth about something. Honorable mention. I hope this isn't too loud. All right. Let's see what the collective needs to know. Oh, another honorable mention. It slipped out. We have dreamer and asleep. So either you could be a dreamer, or you could be a person that's asleep and waking up, or you might know someone who is a dreamer or someone who's waking up. Okay. Sideways or upright? I don't know, but there's two. We have reunion and cherished gift, both in the sideways. I'll take it as sideways because it seemed more like they were sideways. Oof. Yeah, sideways. So reunion says, allies make an unexpected return. A lost item finds its way home. Missing heroes return from war. A child finds a runaway pet. Cherished gift says, a weapon is more an ally than a tool. An item has unexpected value. Someone gets sentimental. That reminds me of a time. ... A reunion. So something might come back into your life. This thing, person, space, environment might be someone that once was very important to you, or something that was very important to you. Given that they're both in the sideways, maybe there was some type of falling out, maybe there was some type of friction, or maybe it's one of those situations where, you know, you don't know what you have until you lose it. So like on the one hand, it might not have entirely been a cherished gift to you, but then maybe through the reunion, you might learn that it's more important than you thought it was. Or on the reverse side, you might have thought something was important, and upon either losing it or having some distance between you and this thing, person, place, or space, you might come to realize how it's not exactly what you thought it was. If we take the honorable mention card, the mislead, this could fit into that, for example, as in maybe you were led to think that something was more important. And the dreamer, the other honorable mention card, could be how you might have placed more hopes and more dreams upon the thing. Like more fantasy, more like, yeah, more inherent value. And it was through your own dreams, through your own wants and desires. What else? Okay. This was the first to flip out. This is the sideways. Earworm in the sideways. This says, you remember exact details. A song holds a secret meaning. You repeat a task flawlessly. You can't get it out of your head. In the sideways. Followed by nascent ley line in the reversal. See, nascent ley line, this picture has a map on it. It's in the reversal. And ley lines, let me just look up the definition to be on the safe side. Ley line definition. A ley line, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, let me just open up that tab. And it is an imaginary line between some important places, such as hills, believed to be where there were very old paths. Ley lines are sometimes thought to have special powers. This is actually really, it's really interesting because, again, I got the sense, the feeling to watch Moana 2. And the whole point of Moana 2 is essentially connecting the ocean again, connecting the different islands and the different people together. And then we have, oops, wasn't supposed to do that. I need the bottom of the deck. Life changer. I hope this was the bottom of the deck. I hope this was the bottom of the deck. I'll review the footage. But earworm. You remember exact details, but it's in the sideways, so you don't exactly remember. Or your memory is a bit iffy. A song holds a secret meaning. Maybe you can't exactly remember the meaning behind certain things. You repeat a task flawlessly, so you might need some training or some repetition. You can't get it out of your head. Yeah, very similar to the you remember exact details. Some things are a little fuzzy. Another interesting thing, in Moana 2, like we haven't gotten there yet because I just started the movie, but in this movie, Moana is reunited with Maui on this quest, on this mission. Now with Nascent Ley Line and the reversal, it's giving me the sense that in the spiritual world, it is believed that certain spaces and places in the world hold power, like hidden power. And in order to unlock certain things, like certain memories, you need to go to those certain places to tap into whatever like magic or inherent energy may be there. And life changer in the reversal, one thing changes everything. You have a change of heart. Two fates become intertwined. A disaster reshapes the future. But if it's in the reversal, then one thing doesn't change everything. It's like some things are still the same. Like there's no change of heart. Maybe two fates didn't become intertwined, which makes sense with the reunion in the sideways. It's like maybe there was some type of separation. if I connect it to Moana 2, that makes sense because, again, the whole point of Moana 2 is to break the curse so that way the people can be connected through the ocean again, because through the curse, they remain disconnected. No matter how far Moana traveled or how many islands she went to, she was never able to find actual people. And it wasn't until she broke the curse that they were able to be reunited again. So, also, a disaster reshapes the future. It's in the reversal, though. Disaster reshapes the future. This is kind of giving me the feeling like, especially in my meditation, how I saw the wall. Like there is some type of block. Maybe. Ooh, no. Oh my gosh. Cards falling everywhere. So I added more cards to this deck right here. I added more magic cards. So they are a tad bit trickier to shuffle, because more cards equals more to hold in my hands. So excuse me while I pick up the cards that fell. I hope those are all the cards. This is interesting. No, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. This is gonna be chaos. Oh my god, I didn't think this would be this bad, adding this many cards. I did readings for myself and it wasn't this tricky shuffling. Maybe that's important. Maybe that... There we go. Much better. Much better. Can we keep this the rest of the way through, please? All right, let's clarify reunion. Alchemy in the upright. Alchemy is about transmutation in the traditional sense. It is turning lead into gold, one thing into another, etc. But in the emotional mental health sense, it is about turning possibly like pain and sorrow into peace and acceptance. Turning stagnation into motivation and movement, turning anger into like resolve, or also peace and acceptance too. So I think with this reunion, if something does come back into your life, and let's just say that it's not exactly honorable mention, we have Boots of Speed, which is quick movement, but in the reversal it's slow movement. And then we have Gelatinous Cube in the reversal, which is something engulfing you and like eating you away, but in the reversal. So like you don't have to move fast because it's not, something isn't as you thought. Like, again, honorable mentions. So if something does come back into your life with the reunion and the alchemy, and even if this thing or the space environment or this person, let's just say you didn't part ways on a good note, on a good yeah, on a good note, then it's kind of like asking you to alchemize that, transmute whatever negative feelings or bad feelings into peace, acceptance, resolve, happiness, communication, compromise, whatever you need to turn it into. At the same time, this reunion, even if it's not something that was bad, or let's say it might have been an opportunity that you didn't really fully take advantage of, then the alchemy could reference like actually doing something about it this time around. We're hitting 30-minute mark. Okay, let's get clarification on reunion and alchemy. I'm at the part on Moana. It is 1728, and someone just said we need to bring our people together again. And I'm clarifying reunion. And they even said, like, or else, or our story will end. Grounded in the upright. Didn't I say how when you do alchemy in the mental, emotional health, spiritual space, you are turning something into something else. And what you are, the thing that you are taking is more of either a negative emotion or like a friction emotion or an emotion that like weighs you down, like anything that kind of like is heavy, weighs on you, or stops you in some type of way. And then we have grounded. So the whole point is to alchemize whatever is coming into your life and use, if you're not going to use it to ground you, then it's like you need to ground yourself. But at the same time, just be aware that grounded has a twofold meaning, as in, like, don't let something weigh you down. Don't let something keep you stuck. Like, alchemize it. If there's some type of stagnation, again, alchemize it into motivation and movement. Oh, fell out into my lap. Honorable mention, Griptide in the reversal. Griptide, I selected this card because tide, like a tidal wave, is water, the ocean, and that represents emotions. And grip is something holding on to you, like the hook, something holding on to you. In the reversal, though, so it's like, don't let your emotions hold you. Don't let your emotions keep you, like grab you. But given that it's in the reversal, it's like maybe you already know that. Maybe your emotions like overtake you. And that does align with the grounded and the alchemy, because it's like turn those emotions into, turn those like those tidal wave of emotions into a sense of groundedness. It's funny, she's singing the song Can I Go Beyond? And that makes me think of the bird I saw in my meditation, how the bird was just flying straight up. Let's clarify cherished gift, please. I don't know. I mean, normally I take the cards that I can't easily just slide back in, but let me just look at it. Honorable mention. Heroes. Maybe I'll take it. Hero's reunion in the reversal. On this reunion card, it actually says a missing hero, missing heroes return from war. And then we have hero's reunion in the reversal for the cherished gift. What does hero's reunion say? They share no bloodline, but a bond greater than family unites them. Such are the gifts of the world soul. But again, in the reversal, and then we have reunion in the sideways. And then hero's reunion in the reversal underneath cherished gift. They share no bloodline, but a bond greater than family unites them. So if it's in the reversal, maybe this is blood. Because if they share no bloodline, then maybe this is a reunion with a family member. A family member that it's funny because we also, the bottom of the deck was Life Changer, which is a baby on it. Could this be a reunion with like a lost family member? A reunion with family? Or a reunion with people who don't exactly feel like family? And that's the reason why you're being asked to alchemize and remain grounded, because there's probably still things like between you and these people, places, and spaces. Normally, especially with this hero's reunion, normally when I shuffle, like, and it doesn't fully fly out, it doesn't fully flip, like I just tap it back in and I keep going. But for some reason, like I looked at it and I was kind of like, let me just see. Come on, cards, work with me. Work with me here. We're on the same page. We want the same things. We want to deliver messages. I mean, you were created for that purpose, but you're in my hands now, so that is what we do. This is interesting. Reunion and heroes reunion. Wow. And you're being asked to stay grounded. You know what's funny is the Tarot Collective live streams that I've been watching on TikTok, a lot of them have been mentioning how people will be coming back from the past. But then again, that's kind of always mentioned a lot. I'm pretty sure in everyone's lives, there's always someone recurring from the past or just coming back from the past. All right. Let's clarify cherished gift and hero's reunion. Wait. I didn't know that a card flipped over. I don't know if I'm going to take it, but I didn't know a card flipped over. Restore the peace in the reversal. I mean, I might have accidentally put it in. I think I'll do it as an honorable mention. Restore the peace. I mean, it's self-explanatory. It's being peaceful, like negotiating, compromising, bringing peace to a conflict. But in the reverse, maybe you're fighting this. Maybe that's the reason why the alchemy and the grounded clarified the reunion, because on some level you don't want to be reunited. That could be why reunion and cherished gift is in the sideways, because someone else may want it, but you don't want it. Maybe you don't consider them important, or maybe you don't consider you to have some type of bond. And I mean, with my meditation, that kind of makes sense with the hook and the wall. Like something is grabbing onto you or something's holding onto you, but there's a wall. Like you want to block it. Or this could also mean that this person really isn't a good person, or this space or place or thing really isn't a good thing. It's not really connected or bonded with you in a way that is actually healthy, good, beneficial. So you're being asked to remain grounded, alchemize whatever happens, and like hold your ground, hold your wall. We'll see. Clarify, cherish, gift, and hero's reunion. Oh my gosh. So we have witchcraft in the reversal, and a card that fell also in the reversal is Morkrut Banshee. This card says, let go your grudges and risk wandering the bogs forever in a murderous rage, but it's in the reversal. Witchcraft. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Magic. Dealing with like forces outside. I think this is kind of saying, because with the Banshee, like this is literally grudges, holding on to your grudge, but it says let go your grudge. With witchcraft in the reversal, was someone doing unsavory things in the background, like using their gifts in wrong ways? For example, like what I do right now is I'm channeling. I'm also a healer on the side, outside of channeling. And I also dabble in herbs and oils and candles. And let's just say someone decides to use these tools in a bad way. But if it's in the reversal, it could mean that these things were being used in a bad way, or it could mean that you think someone was doing it when really they weren't. Like someone had, like you're holding a grudge against something, maybe you. And if not you, maybe this other person was probably holding a grudge. But with this grudge card in the reversal, there's probably some hesitation on letting go of that grudge, or letting certain things go. Because again, the alchemy and the grounded, it wouldn't tell you, the cards wouldn't tell you to alchemize and be grounded unless there was something you were holding on to, you or this other person. Because you could be the person that is trying to unite things, trying to unite people together, and you're coming up with a lot of friction because other people could be holding on to a lot of things. So if you are the uniter, then it makes sense why you have to remain grounded and alchemize, because like you're trying to find that way of navigating different emotions, different circumstances to bring peace. Again, that restore the peace card, but in the reversal. So you could be the one trying to restore peace against a lot of like back and forth push pull, but you could also be the person who doesn't want peace, who doesn't want to restore anything. Remember, this is a collective. This could be for many different people. So some things may ring true for you while others do not. She's singing a song with her new crew, and she's saying she just said trying is mandatory. What's the time frame for that? Even if you disagree, trying is mandatory. 3149 timestamp. Even if you disagree, trying is mandatory. That fits with this, with exactly what I'm saying about restoring the peace, compromising, bringing people together, even if you, like, there's nothing, even if it's hard to do, even if there's a lot of friction, like, even if you disagree, trying is mandatory. Try. Because in the trying is the alchemy. In the trying, I believe, is the gift. The gift of, for example, this bottom card, Life Changer, the gift of change. But it's kind of like you never know unless you try. Okay. Play. Let's clarify earworm in the sideways. It's funny, I'm clarifying earworm, and they're on a musical number right now, and this says a song holds a secret meaning. A song holds a secret meaning, and we just connected one of the lyrics to exactly what's going on. And I just paused it, 32 minutes, 5 seconds, and she's saying, can't you see? Okay, play. And this song is about getting them to work together, because they're a brand new crew and she's trying to teach them how to work together. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. So we have tactician in the reversal, and we have leader in the reversal. Oh my God. That's exactly what Moana's doing. Moana right now in this moment, timestamp, 3244. Moana is the leader, and she's using her tactic. She's using the tactic of music music and rhythm in order to teach them and guide them. But leader and tactician is in the reversal. So this is telling me that, like, if you are the person that's trying to bring things together, like this nation ley line, invisible lines that connect important things. Invisible lines, it's very much like the bond without blood. There is no bloodline. It's an invisible line. But again, nation ley line in the reversal, it could mean actual geographical locations, or now that I'm putting these pieces together, this could be the bonds between people. Like, you don't have to be blood related in order for there to be a bond, for there to be an invisible line connecting you together. But in the reversal, it's like severing that bond, or that bond being disconnected. And with leader and tactician in the reversal, it's like if you are the person trying to bring things together, like, you need to be more of a leader. You need to be more tactile. Like, maybe you're not yet there at the level to truly know how to bring things together, or like, you're doing it wrong. If you're the uniter, let's just say someone else is trying to unite people together, and they're probably going about it the wrong way. It's very much giving me that feeling that let's see, earworm. You remember exact details, you repeat a task flawlessly, you can't get it out of your head. See, also, you repeat a task flawlessly, but it's in the sideways, so there needs to be some training, some repetition in order to get it flawless. And with leader and tactician in the reversal, it's like you need more training to be a leader. You need more experience, more training to do things tactfully. It's becoming a leader isn't easy. Leading people isn't easy. Bringing people together isn't easy. It requires a lot of alchemy, a lot of grounding. It requires letting things go. It requires, like, I like how this is all coming together. Coming together. All right, play. They're also right now on the ocean traveling because they're on their quest. And I'm about to clarify nation ley line, which again, like I mentioned, could mean geographical location, but it could also represent the invisible bonds between people. If this is about geographical location and about going to certain places, then maybe this also means that you need to travel to those certain places. Or let's just say you're trying to bring people together. Like, you've heard of, I'm pretty sure you've heard or seen movies or shows of families doing family reunions, going to certain places in an attempt to spend time together, spend quality time, like a retreat where you do certain things, you do certain exercises, certain activities to build togetherness, community, teamwork. It's kind of giving me that sense too. Like, some of you might need to actually take a trip, a group trip, for example, to try and reconnect, but do so in a different location, in a setting, like outside of your normal mundane area, which could hold a lot of memories. Making new memories in different locations, it does strengthen bonds. Okay, let's clarify nation ley line in the reversal. Make sure that is, I feel like it was fuzzy, out of focus. I don't know, we'll see. Wait. Alright. We have dub in the reversal. Dub, 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 whoop, whoop, whoop. Not that kind of dub, but this is like, I dub thee, where you are essentially like elevating something. Interesting. Because in my meditation, when I saw the bird flying, I even said like elevation, higher perspective. And dub, you're dubbing something to become a knight, but in the reversal. With nation ley line, if we're talking about invisible bonds, or the bonds between people, maybe you don't think someone or something is worthy of this connection, this bond, because in order to be dubbed, you have to deem yourself worthy. Well, you have to show yourself as worthy, like prove yourself as worthy in order to essentially go up another rank. Now, if this is about spiritual expansion, then you might need to go physically to another location on the planet in order to elevate your spiritual path. No, come on, cards. Come on. Get it together. Get it together. This also kind of makes me think of King Arthur. How the sword and the stone was in one location, and Arthur had to essentially be at that location to grab hold of the sword, pull it from its resting place in the stone, and essentially become the king. Like, prove that he is actually what he's like, who he is and where he's meant to be by being at that specific location. Something like that. All right. Let's clarify nation to ley line and dub. This came out in the sideways. Troll singing in the sideways. Troll singing, I chose this card because, like, trolls, people who just create problems. Singing. The card Earworm, a song holds a secret meaning. If trolls or people who just antagonize, if they're causing you a lot of mental, emotional, spiritual turmoil, it's kind of like, it's like rising above that. Sideways. That could be what's creating a lot of friction between these bonds, is someone being an antagonist and needing to rise above that, needing to rise above it. Honorable mention, Blast of Genius in the sideways, which is like brainstorming, thinking, like the aha moment. So honorable mention. Now let's clarify life changer in the reversal. Wait. Is this supposed to be... I don't know, it fell out into my lap in such a weird way. Okay, this fell out into my lap. This is the one and only shiny holographic card that I've chosen to place in this deck. And this is called Hand of Enlightenment, which is very important because enlightenment. Okay, what does it say? We have endured lifetimes of war. Ooh. Missing heroes. Okay. We have endured lifetimes of war and carved our way to peace by blade and conquest. Now, united at last under Kyodai's guidance, we lay down our weapons and open our minds. But this fell out into my lap on the sideways. So this very, like, this connects with everything. Like, needing to let go of the grudges, needing to be more of a leader and a tactician, needing to rise above certain things, needing to alchemize and ground. Alchemizing and grounding is part of the enlightenment. It's part of the transmuting like the old into the new, transmuting the bad into like the peaceful, transmuting the conflict into forward movement. And it's kind of like with Life Changer, it's like you're not going to be able to change anything unless you stop the fighting, stop the conflict, and actually expand. Open your mind. Peace instead of war. This is very much a peace instead of war. And here's another thing. The goal, yes, is to make peace with everyone. That is ultimately the goal. But if peace, if like true like collaborative peace and harmonious peace cannot be achieved, then at the very least, it's like let go of the grudges at least. Let go of the hate, let go of whatever might be weighing you down. Like, don't let these things literally change your life in bad ways, or in ways that do not allow you to grow, expand, evolve, elevate. All right, let's clarify Life Changer and Hand of Enlightenment. I do like this message so far. I really like how it's coming together. I like how the movie is matching with the reading as usual. Life Changer and Hand of Enlightenment. Okay, this fell out into my lap. I think in the reversal. Okay. We'll do sideways, because it was kind of in the sideways, kind of in the reversal. Soul Salvage. Now this card, it's 101. Soul Salvage is salvaging pieces of your soul, essentially. Like, and what's the bottom of the deck? Artisan Sorrow in the reversal at the bottom of the deck. Soul Salvage is like bringing back pieces of yourself, bringing back pieces that are you, like refinding yourself again. And it may not always be refinding yourself or salvaging pieces of yourself, but like also piecing together parts of you from what you can find right now. Like rebuilding, reconstructing. It's very much like alchemy, like taking what you have and then turning it into something more beneficial, something of more quality. And soul salvage is like rediscovering or like, again, like piecing yourself back together. And if it's not you, then it's like another person is currently doing that, like piecing themselves back together. And we have Artisan Sorrow on the bottom of the deck. And it's funny because Witchcraft also came out here. And Artisan Sorrow says, some seers read bones or entrails, others just like to break things. Now, I chose this card because sorrow is sorrow. And because this card has, this picture is like a chalice, it also makes me think of the Ace of Cups for in the traditional tarot deck, how the Ace of Cups is about like emotional fulfillment, emotional beginnings, like new beginnings, new opportunities, filling up your own cup, like everything emotional that you need is like inside you. But in the reversal, the Ace of Cups can also mean like, pouring from an empty cup, not being able to love yourself, not being able to accept love from others, not being able to identify love. But given that this card itself means sorrow on its own, then I take the upright to be sorrow, and I take the reversal to be like understanding that like it's not all sorrow, that it's not the end all be all. And I think that's also what you're learning, especially with this grudge card in the reversal. And again, given that this description, the caption says some seers read bones or entrails, others just like to break things. So if there was a person that you were connected to that dabbled in spirituality, in magic, in witchcraft, in voodoo, and whatever it may be, and let's just say they were using certain things for like wrong, then this could also indicate that whoever that person was, they might have started to learn from their ways. They might have started to reap some type of karma. Maybe that karma was losing their connection to you, or losing their connection to what once they considered family and home. Maybe this is a person that's coming back to try and mend things that you were kind of like stopping. Maybe this person who dipped and dabbled into magic was you. Again, you use your discernment. Like if you take a moment to look inside yourself and actually take a moment, I'm pretty sure you will know where you are in this reading and who also belongs where in this reading. But reconnecting with people and putting grudges away, letting bygones be bygones, starting anew, reestablishing bonds. But in order to reestablish bonds, like elevation and growth needs to occur. Part of the beginning stepping stones of elevation and growth is, did I already miss? I might have already missed it. Or it's coming up. I don't know when the pause is. 33, 33, 106. I probably already missed it. Oops. But yeah, this is very much a reunion. Again, use your discernment. Always use your discernment. Look inside yourself. Listen to your body. Pray if you need to, if you want to. Ask guidance from like the universe, gods, goddesses, source, spirit, ancestors, whatever you need. But always do so from a place of healing and good intentions. Always with healing in mind. Wow. I wish you the best of luck on wherever you fall in this reading. And if you like a private one-on-one with me, you can go to my Linktree Tempest Trade or DM me on any of my social media. All the links are in the description below. Until next time, bye.